Does Only Murders in the Building Season 2 have what it takes to follow up well with Season 1? Welcome Cinema, where we focus on the film. I'm Josh, this is Simply Cinema. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of Only Murders in the Building Season 2. Was it good, was it bad, or somewhere right in the middle? Make sure to like this video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't already to join in film culture community where we talk about the love of cinema and TV shows as a whole. But going right into the synopsis, the investigators become the suspects within this season of Only Murders in the Building as Mabel is found with a sewing needle and a death of Bunny, the Arconia's leader. And so where that unravels, figuring out the plot of who killed Bunny, while Mabel has this fuzzy memory of how events all played out, becomes intriguing in this season of Only Murders in the Building. Getting right into it, Only Murders in the Building Season 2 is a delight to be had just with what we're getting out of the characters, the return of the trio, just Mabel, Charles, and Oliver Putnam. What we're getting out of their characters from Steve Martin, that's quirky and a comedian, and what we get out of Martin Short as Liz, Selena Gomez being sweet and charming. Just what we get out of their dynamic still is working quite well, and we're getting a lot more of them. It feels like there's less filler within this than even the first season, that even the filler wasn't too bad within the first season, but where we're flowing in with this, we're adding new characters, bringing in more screen time to certain side characters that were just neighbors within the Arconia that still feels livened up and becomes more of a character within this one because we're exploring new secret hidden passageways. And of course, I have to mention the death of Benny, who we get still scenes with her as we're discovering her past. So it's an interesting new format where we're going back and forth through different timelines of the past before her death and everything that leads up to her death, and where that all leads to becomes compelling, flows well, and is well edited within each chapter of the episodes. And because it's formatted to be stylized as a podcast, just how they pull out the clever quirks and ideas, making it self-aware in some ideas of making a joke and ending the episode like that, or just playing in with what the idea of the show is and being self-aware with its writing, but not too much in your face to where that is the whole joke of the show. And so it still has the dramatized moments that works effectively, becomes intriguing, has the right sense of mystery that draws me in, becomes comforting, and has the big surprises that still pulls about the twists along the way, makes you think they're gonna discover it early on, and it still pulls about all these new characters, makes me want to guess who is the killer, and adding in Lucy, the granddaughter of what we're getting from Steve Martin's character Charles, and how that pulls into the mix, and the ideas around that character, the dynamics, and how she fits in with the story, exploring the tunnels of the Arconia, and what that goes into play with the Arconia, and certain secrets for the death of Bunny, and also Mabel's character. Well, with all of the characters, the main trio, they have a sense of maturity. They're learning and growing as people, but Mabel, even so, being the one that's kind of accused as the murder, has these memory losses, and that becomes interesting to me because I love psychology, and just the trauma that can make you have a fuzzy memory just becomes that more intriguing, an interesting part of the mystery, not because I feel like she's the main suspect that we are obviously accusing, but because of how it unravels, what she learns now and then, and having Bunny's bird be a part of it, giving clues along the way, and just the dynamics, what we're working with, the jokes, and also the drama moments, the duos between the three guys, and then having Mabel, Charles, and Oliver split up in different groups, being a bit of a gang themselves, but also have their own individual moments to shine. and also balancing in those other side characters, new people that are outside the Arconia. Mabel, when she's trying to mature, figure out herself, and getting this girlfriend, and discovering more with this other girl, and adding in the podcasters that are outside. You get Poppy, and then Tina Fey playing her own character, just balancing in some good charisma for the podcast, and also what we're looking at with them, the main stars, and then how the podcast grows within the show itself, becoming that more surreal to the audience that is watching this show, becoming a comfort show, not because it's over dramatized, but because it also has the right beats to blend in the comedy well, because Steve Martin, a past comedian, just knows how to figure out that writing, and having life experience himself creates a great intergenerational team within Mabel, the young one, and then a couple of old guys that just work together well, have their own jokes that works together and can make fun of themselves in that the same way. So that just brings in some interesting new ideas, takes away some of the side characters from the first season, it's including the murderer, of course, but also balancing in the ideas where we're working with Saz and past characters, just how they tie in the bow together. Being able to craft this story throughout this 10 episodes, the same length as all of these other seasons, just becomes that still becomes compelling, and maybe even a little bit more compelling and well smooth natured than Only Murders in the Building Season 1. And so that's just my review for Only Murders in the Building Season 2, which I have to rate as simply 8.5 out of 10. So that's just my personal review for that. Make sure to like this video if you enjoy, subscribe and haven't already to join in Film Culture community where we talk about the love of cinema as a whole. Let me know your thoughts on the show down in the comments below, and this particular season. What is your favorite episode? And I'll be continuing to talk Only Murders in the Building, so make sure to like this video, subscribe, and make sure to do yourself a favor and go watch a movie or even a TV show.